Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG live gameplay video, and today we're looking into some water Pokemon. So I have been staring at Blastoise, at Greninja, and Palkia for a while, and today we're going to use all three of them together because I think they make a pretty good team. So the idea for this deck really started with Gyarados. That was my favorite Pokemon as a child, and I really wanted to use it, but the Gyarados options, let's see if we can find a couple of them, just aren't very good these days. Now there was a Gyarados V and V Max that I really enjoyed using that we lost in the last rotation, and the Gyarados cards we have now just aren't cutting it for me. So like there's one that has 4 energy and does 50 damage to yourself when you only have 180 HP. This Gyarados EX looks cool, but it takes 5 energy, which is kind of a ton and a lot to lose if it gets knocked out. So they're just kind of too expensive. So what we're going to do instead is just stick with our Palkia V, our Greninja EX, and then also our Blastoise here in this deck. So what I really love about this deck is the versatility and how you can change up your approach throughout the game and be a little bit creative to get around obstacles. So for example, in the early game, you'll have Radiant Greninja, so you can discard some water energy and get your draw support. You can use Palkia V also early on in Vstar and Star Portal to get some of those energy back and get your attachments, and that's a great attacker in the early game. And then as you move on throughout the game, you'll want to go to either Blastoise EX or Greninja, sometimes both. So Blastoise will give you a great 280 damage later in the game to take out most Pokemon. It's a pretty solid amount. You also have Greninja EX, so if there's a lightning type deck that you come up against, usually a big problem for water decks. But being a fighting type, you'll do twice as much damage to those decks. Shinobi Blade also lets you search up a different card to put into your hand, which kind of forces out an Iono from your opponent when they might not want to use it. So if you're constantly putting, the next big card that you need into your hand, you're going to put some pressure on them to do something about your hand. So I'll put the full deck list in the description, but here are the Pokemon we're using. We have Bidoof and Bibarel, of course, for more draw support. A couple Froakie and Squirtle to get us started. I also like putting in Wartortle and Frogadier, one of each of those, just so I don't always have to use a rare candy. If there's something I don't need to set up right now, I can wait till later in the game, and I happen to come across that Stage 1 evolution. It's really helpful just to have that in there. And that's a personal choice. I've seen a couple other YouTubers out there not putting these ones in there, but I like to have them for the trainer cards. You'll have 1 Switch, 2 EXP share to get some of that energy moved around, a TM evolution just in case you can get it early. Evolution there with some of our stage 1s. A couple other standard water cards like an Irida, so you can grab a Pokemon and an item. You have your superior energy retrieval, basically or mostly for Blastoise's attack, and then a few more standard cards down here, and then we will have just 9 water energy. So again, this will be in the description if you would like the full deck list. As always, please like if you enjoy the video and subscribe if you're new here, and we'll jump into a couple games. Okay, getting into the first game here, I lost the coin toss, so I'll be going second. We are starting with a Froakie up front, which luckily we have Switch so we can get it out if we need to, but we have a Buddy Poffin, which is nice. We'll see if we can get a Bidoof going, as well as, oh man, I'd like to get a Palkia early as well. So we'll see what our top deck is, if we get a Nest Ball or some kind of way to get a Palkia. A Greninja would be really nice as well, the Radiant Greninja. So plenty of stuff we would like to get. I don't want to use that Ultra Ball to get there, but I should have Bibarel set up if all goes according to plan. All right, I see a Pidgey and a Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity, of course, isn't the ideal start for them. Ooh, an Ultra Ball too on the first turn. Same as me, probably. There goes an Energy and a TM Evolution. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna see either a Charizard, maybe a Scorbunny here. I've been seeing a lot of people use that new, what is Scorbunny's evolution called? Cinderace. I've been seeing a lot of that Terra Cinderace. Does a lot of damage, can also do a good amount of damage to the bench, and that Sparkling Energy Ace spec makes it so much easier to get everything set up. All right, so we have Pidgeot Charizard on the way. Unfortunately, Charizard is not a fire type. Since it's a dark type, our water won't be doing too much. It won't be doing the double energy. It won't be doing the double damage to it. I don't know why I said energy there. And what a strange start from them, putting the fire energy down. We have our Froakie, so we'll go Squirtle. Bibarel will be on the next turn. Yeah, I think I have to toss something that I don't want to do here. But I need to get Palkia going. So the energy is fine. I don't need to attach that. I think Switch I can get rid of here because I'll attach to the Froakie coming up, and then when I retreat it, it'll go to my discard pile, and then I'll be able to get it back using Palkia Vstar. So I don't love it on the first turn using an Ultra Ball to get just a Palkia V on the board. But luckily my opponent doesn't have too quick of a start either. Alright, this is probably a Buddy Buddy Poffin, yep, and a Defiance Band just to pick any tool. They'll get their Charmanders out, and what else can they do on this turn? Odd attachment right away. Again, very slow start. Alright, so we have Bibarel, which is nice. I'm gonna have to do Bibarel before Earthen Vessel because I don't want to toss a Rare Candy or Greninja. Well, I'll use it. What's the retreat cost? It's still 1. Actually, maybe we're attacking using Greninja EX on this turn. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll Industrious Incisors, and then we'll get our energy. Alright, sweet. I got our Palkia Vstar. Do I want to evolve the Squirtle? I think I do. So yeah, we'll get all our evolutions going to begin with. Just to get those out of the way. Super Rod, I think I only have 1 in the deck, so I don't want to mess with too much. I think I want to use Blastoise also later in the match. So we're going to throw the Froakie. You can always get that back in a different way. We'll do our single attachment here. And then we'll Shinobi Blade, but what do I want? What item do I want? Oh, and they conceded. Okay, well, that was a quick setup game. I guess they just didn't have the start that they wanted since I was going to knock out the Fezandipity. But yeah, we'll go into a different game with maybe a little more action. Okay, and here we are in our next game. We chose heads and won, so we'll be going first. I don't know what we're playing against. Don't remember what kind of... Okay, I see a Mew. So we'll see what that means. Just a Squirtle to start us off here. We have a Nest Ball. So that'll get us our Radiant Greninja to be able to draw a few more cards. We'll see if we can get maybe a Buddy Buddy Poffin or something like that. That would be most helpful. But yeah, I really want to get some of those draw support cards like a Bidoof. Greninja is where we're going to get Radiant Greninja and then get a Palkia down early. That's kind of the ideal first turn, is to get that Palkia down as well as some sort of setup on our draw support. So at least we have 2 turns of Radiant Greninja, unless there's some kind of crazy knockout. So we'll see what we're even playing against first. Alright, and as expected from the cards here, it is Mew. Alright, so we will Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja, which we did not prize, thankfully. We'll right away Concealed Cards. Bibarel. Okay, so what do we want here? Lost Vacuum might be less needed in this match. So I might go for a Bidoof right away, just to have a turn 2 Bibarel. That could be the wrong move. It most likely is. We have a TM Evolution here. I really want to keep that Iono though. I guess Energy is one of them. And then the Vacuum we'll get rid of for Bidoof. Kind of funny to Ultra Ball for a Bidoof. But if we keep our hand, not the ideal turn 1, but we can hopefully get Bibarel to help us out in the next one. But you really got to get to Palkia. That is the really engine behind our energy in the beginning. Buddy Buddy Poffin to see what we're really playing against. Okay, so they're going for a Greninja and Dusk Noir, whatever that card is, deck. So my bench is in danger. For sure. So they're going to be looking to Mirage Barrage, maybe put 120 damage on a couple different benched Pokemon. as well as either do 50 or 130 damage counters with Dusclops and Dusknoir. Alright, so they're going to Irida early on. I'm definitely going to Iono if they grab a Greninja here and a rare candy. Oh no, they have Palkia as well. So they must have, yeah, they're going to get Palkia V, which is what I would like to get. And I know they have the Palkia Vstar in hand, so I need to Iono that away as they set up the rest of their hand. So really interesting what we have going on here. We could have some good Blastoise turns later on against Palkia Vstar. And that's all they're gonna do. All right, so what can we get going here? Also, this Mew is very knockoutable later in the game. I think I might burn the TM evolution. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if we can use it. Maybe, maybe not. I have to do my Industrious Incisors now before I get 6 cards. And I can switch if I want to. Don't think I want to. No, I think if I can somehow get a Rare Candy Blastoise. Okay, so we'll attach. If I can get to Rare Candy Blastoise soon, I can get rid of their Palkia before they can cause too much damage. Or do this just to give them a new mix of hands since I know they have something they want in their hand at the moment. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We got Palkia down. We'll get a Buddy Buddy Poffin to get 2 more friends. And that might be all we can do. So there's a good chance Squirtle is gone. We're gonna evolution here to get, oh, can I evolve Palkia now? That would be sweet. Oh, nice. I thought it was only, you know, under a certain HP Pokemon, but that's awesome. Oh, I could have done 2 and I just chose 1. I thought it was 1 at a time. That was stupid. All right, so a misplay there. I could have gotten either my Frogadier or a Wartortle. I probably would have gone Wartortle in this matchup. So that was a misplay just because I didn't choose the other one. I thought you did 1 at a time. I'm pretty sure when I've played this on mobile, you choose 1, select the evolution Pokemon, then you select the next one. So that was just a mistake on my part. Now they have their Greninja together. See if they can get back to that Palkia Vstar. Pokestop is fine. They just threw, ooh, they threw away their Blood Moon Ursaluna, so they'll have to Super Rod that back if they want to use it. Earthen Vessel to get their energy. Now, what is the plan here? Okay, they must have an evolution coming. No, they don't. All right, I don't think I want to Iono them again. I only have, all right, I have 2 in the discard here. How much damage would I be doing with this? 20 more, 80, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80. So I think I have the knockout. Yeah, I believe I do. So we will retreat Squirtle into Palkia. Man, I really wish I had evolved it before. We'll concealed cards to see what else we can get. A rare candy. We'll put 1 of them here. And then we'll get 3 back. Okay, we can't Bibarel at the moment. We're gonna save this for our Blastoise attack. All right, so now we Star Portal. Spread around some of these. We'll put, do I have one in my hand? I do have an energy in my hand. So we'll just spread it out across all in case they decide to, I can only do 3. That's fine. And then we do have exactly 1 knockout. Just enough. Had to do a little counting there, counting on my fingers, which is always great. Wow, that is beautiful. Very nice. Okay, so for the next turn, if we don't have any changes to our hand, which we might, we'll get our Greninja EX going. And then we can start to use that ability, hopefully, to get our Blastoise set up. I think what they want to do here is they definitely want a Mirage Barrage, because then they can wipe out these 3, which would put me in a tight spot. So that's definitely what they're going to try and do. Is it 120? Yeah, it is. So Radiant Greninja is safe. Oh, they would probably take out the Bibarel, and then maybe a Squirtle and a Froakie. So we're going to see if they can get Mirage Barrage going. They won't be able to use a Star Portal, putting a Palkia for the first time. But yeah, I need to get some evolutions going on this next turn to save a lot of them. Oh, they might be getting a knockout of my Palkia here. Because that'll do 130, yeah. So they're knocking that out, and they're just going to do Shinobi Blade. That's a prize card for me for another Palkia. Yeah, I'll put that down on my next turn. They need to Iono me here. Oh, they might have it. No, they don't. They're setting up for the next one. Okay, so we definitely have an attack in Froakie. Wonder what card they're getting for themselves. Something they want. I'd like to get rid of it. That's 2 prize cards for them, and I'm 1 ahead. Man, this is an interesting game. Okay, so we will start out with an immediate Frogadier, but we'll bring that Greninja EX out. We have our attack. I don't think Shinobi Blade doesn't do a great amount for me here, so it's, or Mirage Barrage doesn't do a great amount. Put Palkia back down. I guess we set up our second Squirtle. No, they could Mirage Barrage and take it out. So I think I'll leave that for now. Is there anything I would want to take out on the bench? Because this is the biggest threat at the moment. I know they have something in their hand that they want. Yeah, we don't... I guess I have some good pieces for my next turn. Yeah, we're going to do it. Just for whatever they Shinobi Bladed to themselves. All right, we still got the energy retrieval back, and we got the Ultra Ball, so that's huge. If I get a Wartortle here, that would be sweet. No, I can't use that. Dang. But I can on the next turn for Blastoise. This might be silly, but I'm going to set up my next Blastoise attack, actually. Yeah, so a boss I'm going to throw... Oh man, this is dangerous if they decide to get rid of... Or if they change my hand, then this is a bad move. But if they don't... Yeah, they're going to Shinobi Blade. Or they're going to Mirage Barrage. We're just going to hope they don't have it like that. Although I'll get to attack again with Greninja if they do go for my bench. Okay, so this is going to come down to what they can get done in their next turn. And then we're going to... We have what we need in our hand otherwise, I think, to get our Blastoise attack on the next turn. So we're just going to get a boss. I mean, they absolutely need to Iono me here. Because if they, I mean, it doesn't do too much for them to Shinobi Blade, so they're going to have to Mirage Barrage. They're going to take out Bibarel, Wartortle, and Squirtle. So that'll be 3 prize cards. They'll be down to 1. I can take out their Greninja, and then it all comes down to that last turn if they can get their Palkia going. Which they can. If I can keep that boss though, that would be wonderful. Okay, so they're gonna Star Portal and get some energy attachments. Do they have the one more energy they need? Yeah, they do, because if they Star Portal, they're gonna put 2 here, 1 here, because they definitely have 1, 2, there it is. So they can now Star Portal. No, they're just gonna skip that. Does that discard energy as well? All right, but they're leaving my cards in my hand, which is good. Do I retreat? All right, so we have choices here, because on the next turn, we can take that out. That only brings them to 2 prize cards, so they need a knockout. They need 2 knockouts, which if they Mirage Barrage, we can't let them Mirage Barrage again. Okay, so we have to knock out here, but we will set up our Blastoise. We might be okay here. We'll see. I think getting the energy on Blastoise is the issue. I need to Earthen Vessel. Do I do this now or do I do it later? Put a bunch of energy in my hand, attach 1 now, and have 1 for the next turn. Do I get another superior energy retrieval with my Shinobi Blade? I think I do. I think we need an attachment here. We're just gonna get as many as we can. Again, maybe the wrong move, but I'll have 1 for the next turn and the attack to take out either one of these. So maybe I just boss. If I have a boss, then I'm good for the next turn as well. So it's either a boss or another superior energy retrieval. I mean, either way, if they Iono me, trouble. So we're just gonna boss. Did I pass it? Oh, I don't have any. Did I use them already, or are they just prized? Maybe I can pick one up. All right, so we're gonna go superior energy retrieval to maybe get more energy. That might have been a mistake, because if they Iono me, then those cards are all gone. Another Blastoise, which doesn't do much for me here. All right, so they can still Star Portal, I believe, and get an attack, but I don't know if that's enough to take me out. We're getting 1 Duskull down, which might be a little bit too late. I mean, that's fine, because they can't evolve that in this turn. Okay, here's the Star Portal for the attack. I don't think they have enough to knock out Greninja. And I can knock out anything they have at the moment. So I think we might have this, unless Subspace Swell is doing more than I think it's gonna do. But I think they would need like 2 full benches, and I don't even think that's enough. 160, oof. All right, so what we're gonna do here is attach, whole retreat, Greninja, bring forth Mighty Blastoise, and call game. Wow, okay, that was a fun one. But we're doing just enough to get rid of Palkia Vstar. We got to use a little bit of Greninja and Blastoise, so that was an entertaining game. But yeah, awesome. We'll take that win. And on to the next game. That last one was pretty fun. We got to use a little bit of each of our main 3 Pokemon, show off a little bit of their strengths, so that was a very enjoyable game. Starting off with a terrible hand here, nothing to put down, so we'll wait for our mulligan. Hopefully we're just giving them 1 extra card, but maybe our next hand can have a good setup with a Buddy Buddy Poffin, you know, maybe a Nest Ball. All right, we got the Buddy Poffin, put Froakie in. Depends what we're going up against here. I see a Wooloo. Excuse me. Okay, so Manaphy is here, so that'll take away our Mirage Barrage a little bit. We haven't used that yet, though. So we might need to boss up the Manaphy and then Mirage Barrage if that's the way we're going to play this. If they have a bunch of these smaller cards like Brute Bonnet, that could be the way to go. See, if I could switch out the Froakie for maybe Palkia in some way, that would be cool, and use Irida to get that. And have Greninja EX ready for a little bit later in the game. So yeah, I could take Brute Bonnet and Bibarel, but we need to get rid of Manaphy first. So maybe, let's see what we got here. We're for sure gonna get this. For energy purposes, we're gonna go with this. Oh no, we can get a Nest Ball to get our Greninja, Radiant Greninja. So we'll go here, we'll get Radiant Greninja. So if we get some energy, that'll help out. We'll get our Buddy Poffin for a Bidoof, maybe another Froakie. Because I really want to get a Mirage Barrage in this game. And then we can do, in that case, do I just sacrifice a Froakie while we set up and save my Switch? I might do that. I don't think there's a huge reason to switch right now. I'm not really in danger. So we're just gonna end our turn. No energy, would have liked to have some energy, either, you know, discarded or attached somewhere. But yeah, that's fine. I think at some point, all right, there's their Buddy Poffin and something else, an Ancient Booster Capsule. All right, there goes the Buddy. So we're both still setting up those Raticates. They will be soon. Double Turbo Energy and a Dark Patch. I'm not super familiar with what Raticate does, so if we can find one of those and read it, there it is. Put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. Okay, that's an issue. Rocky Helmet as well, if that's what that was. Yeah. But do damage counters, so they're going to put me down to 10 HP, and then I won't be able to attack them without getting knocked out. Okay, so how do we want to play this? We definitely start with concealed cards. Boss's orders. I'd love to boss that up before it gets going. Or no, I think it's still Mirage Barrage, honestly. Because yeah, they're just gonna, the next turn they're gonna put damage counters on me until I have 10 remaining. So I don't think I'm gonna get knocked out. I think what we do is we go here. I don't see myself getting knocked out on this next one. I mean, maybe I could, but we're gonna chance it a little bit. Could have Iono'd. I don't want to give them more cards than what they have, though. Do Iono? No, there's not much I can do elsewhere. Industrious Incisors. I want them to spend something to get this Manaphy out of the way, so I'm not gonna Boss's Orders them. I mean, I don't have much. I think I have a good setup for the next turn, so I think I might just leave it at this. So I can do 20 damage, because why not? And then this does not really matter, but the Manaphy is paralyzed. Hooray. Okay, also, since I didn't evolve here, if they put me down to 10 HP and I evolve, I still have plenty of area to work with here. The ideal next turn would be to evolve this Frogadier, use a Palkia Vstar to get 3 energy on it. Oh no, I'd have to chance that a little bit because I can't put water energies onto the Greninja EX directly. So I'd have to Palkia Vstar first, and then try to evolve into a Greninja EX. That's fine. Okay, let's see how this works here. I'm interested. I think I get what they're going for. Does this poison the active? Because that might knock it out. Yeah, I think that'll knock it out, actually. I see what the plan is here. They're not waiting for us to attack. They're going down to 90, and then they're future booster capsuling. Very smart, very smart. And then that gets knocked out. Did not see that play coming, I'll be honest. But very interesting. Okay, so we'll have to go for a later Mirage Barrage turn. What do we want to start with here? Okay, we're good to get a third energy out of here, and then we'll Iono. See what we can get. Palkia Vstar maybe? No. Okay, yeah, TM Evolution doesn't do too much for me. Maybe we can attach, and then we have to... Yeah, we gotta go with this one here. I'd love to get rid of you. All right, so nothing that we were really looking for there. Can't get to a... Oh no, I guess we can get to an attack at least, so they have to set up another one. All right, at the very least, we'll do that. I don't think it's a big deal to get rid of another energy here, because we're about to Palkia. It's a very tricky one to navigate. We'll Buddy Poff in for Squirtle, because that's all that's left. Man, I must have prized more of my Froakie. We have plenty that we can get back. We don't need Earthen Vessel at the moment. Okay, that'll be good for next turn. We definitely want to get rid of this. I know they probably have more super booster energy capsules or whatever. I'm not too worried there. We'll start Portal to get one on you. I think we need to get one on Froakie and then one on Squirtle. I think this will do like 10 damage to ourselves here. Oh, 20 damage to ourselves. Okay, but we're at least forcing them to need to set up some more energy on Raticate, as well as put a future booster energy capsule on Brute Bonnet. And again, I'm fine with them setting up as many 120 HP Pokemon as possible, because I could take 3 of them out at once. See, and I could potentially do that on the next turn. Oh no, I'd have to get rid of Manaphy. See, if they want to leave Manaphy right here and continue on with how they were running this game, I think that could be fine. Just leave the Manaphy. That's fine, get back whatever you need. Just no switching or energy attaching, please. Because I want that Manaphy to stay so I can knock it out. Yes, okay, all right. So the Greninja play is still possible. We're gonna do this to get, I don't think I need more energy at the moment. I need the rare candy. Do I toss the Earthen Vessel? Because energy is fine for right now. I think that's what we do. Or the other Ultra Ball. Yeah, because I have Irida to get Blastoise. All right, so we'll do the other Ultra Ball and Earthen Vessel. We will get Greninja. So that he's ready for the next turn. I do need to start attaching more energy to Greninja here. I believe I could do so. We'll see what Industrious Incisors gives us first, and energy. Okay, so I think I leave it here. Or we'll do an EXP share maybe. so that if I get knocked out on the next turn or do something weird, I can take an energy, get a third one. All right, we'll knock out Manaphy, which unlocks Mirage Barrage here. He can't block that. He used a Super Rod already, so maybe that'll be tough to get back. And we'll see where we go here. So on the next turn, I'm looking to attach one more energy. I think Irida can help us get there. And then we can knock out 3 benched Pokemon, I believe it is. 2 benched Pokemon. Oh, I always thought that was 3. So I think it would be the Brute Bonnet for the poisoning, maybe the Bibarel to stop them from doing anything crazy. So Palkia is gone. I'll give them 2 of those. Yeah, I think I gotta go for the draw engine instead of the other Raticate. All right, Irida, help me get one more energy, please. Pokemon doesn't really matter. I guess I'll get a Wartortle and an Earthen Vessel. Hooray, evolve that. Do I get rid of the Switch? No, I get rid of the Palkia Vstar, I believe. We need just one more energy. We have 2. We'll keep 1 for a future Blastoise. Okay. We'll go here. Why not Industrious Incisors? I think I want to keep 1 energy here just in case. That didn't do too much for me. Do I have Iono? No, I can't. Okay. So we will Mirage Barrage. Oh, I forgot there's a Super Booster Energy Capsule on him. I can't do it to this one, can I? This one's got the energy on it. Oh, any of your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, we'll do it to the one with the energy on it. Take 2 prize cards. Okay, that wasn't the complete win that I thought it was going to be because I forgot there was the Super Energy Capsule that puts more HP there. So if they can get a knockout on my Greninja here, that could be a GG. We'll see, in a bad way. We'll see if they have it like that. Hopefully they don't. Yeah, I might have needed to put the damage on the Brute Bonnet there just so I could knock it out maybe in a next turn. That's really the one I needed to go for earlier in the game, I think. Okay, so they're just going for Okie dokie at this point. Man, I do 10 less damage than I need to get a Brute Bonnet knocked out. How much damage are we doing here? It's 260, so they're gonna try and get some damage down with poison. Just need 2 prize cards. But I already used, yeah, I didn't realize using that Lost Vacuum earlier would get me so hard. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I think I just need to set up Blastoise here. Get another energy on Blastoise, and then we need our superior energy retrieval for the next turn. Or do I boss this to put some damage on it, and then next game? I think I do that because I can knock this out at any point. It doesn't matter if they take 2 prize cards. So I think I bring in Okie dokie to put some damage down. Mirage Barrage so I can get super... I didn't even realize I was doing even more damage here. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he was weak to fighting and he was sitting right there for that whole time. No, I think I only need 2 more prize cards. Wow, I had the win sitting right there and just happened upon it trying to set up my next play. All right, well that was an interesting game as well. Cool. So that was fun. Game 2 was probably the best one, showing off each of the Pokemon, but Game 3 was pretty interesting as well, playing against a different kind of deck to have to navigate around. I'm sure you guys are screaming at me in the comments about not knowing that Okidogi was weak to fighting, but now, for the future, I'll keep that in mind. I just assumed it was grass because it was a dark type, kind of like Charizard is, but now I know that's a super easy knockout, same thing as Fezandipiti. But thank you for watching if you made it this far. Leave a like and a comment, please subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you in the next video.